This week on Archery 101, we're in step number 8 of our shot cycle. This is a unique one, loading. All right, everybody, here we are. Step number 8. Take your seats. This class is in session. All right, boys and girls, we've been working at it, haven't we? We got it all down. We learned about our stance, nocking the arrow, setting our hook, setting our grip, the setup, the draw, the anchor. Now, the next step is called loading. Some people call it transfer. And then there's this little thing called bracing into it too. Now, this isn't really a move, and it's actually part of the draw process, but it is something that many people don't do. And it can be a big contributor. Remember, it's a block. One more block on the foundation. If we can build a good, solid foundation, we're going to shoot better. Now, shooting is like your fingers, right? Let's say you want to use your hand here. Now you got 4 fingers and a thumb, right? But let's say, can I grab something and use it only 3 fingers and a thumb? Sure can. Like, that's one mistake you make. You did something different. What if you did 2 things different? Yeah. 3 things different? 4 things different. Ain't going to grab much with your thumb. Now your thumbs, you do something really bad, right? Boom. A lot harder to grab things. Let's knock out a couple fingers. Yeah, you got 2. A whole hand is better than a partial hand, right? It's a silly analogy, but it's very true. So that's what we're talking about. Now, what is loading? Well, simply put, loading is the act of transferring the effort of holding the bow at full draw from your shoulder upper back to your lower back. That's all it is. It's easy to say, but hard to do. All right, what's the benefits of loading? Well, being able to do a good load can reduce your chance of injury to your shoulder, which will give you a longer life in archery and a lot more enjoyment for it. Right? And also, by doing it, you'll suffer a little less fatigue. It'll give you a more stable shooting platform, which is really important. And the big one, it can lead to more consistency. All right? Those are the best things about it. And if you learn it, you're going to learn to love it. All right, so let's go over some key points up next with loading. First thing you want to, not the first thing, but one of the many points you want to learn is you want to keep the elbow in line with the arrow's line. What does that mean? All right, as we all know, energy can only travel in a straight line. Energy doesn't go around corners, right? It goes in a straight line. It can bleed off if we're talking sound waves and things like that. But energy likes to travel in a straight line. So when you draw your bow and your arrow's straight back, but if your hand's over here, it's going to be warped. It's not going to be going straight. So when you have your drawing elbow, right? I'm here, my elbow's out here, see that? That's what causes plucking. When you let go, because your elbow's here, and you pull your back, your hand goes out, it swings out. See how it swings out? In line with the arrow. Point, elbow, pointing, release, goes back. A lot of people talk about the shoulders, but it's that back elbow. Get that back elbow in line with the arrow. So it'll be a nice straight line all the way back, nothing sticking out. Now, the big trick to doing it is you do not, when you do this, lower your elbow or your shoulder. So this is what I see a lot of people do when they're trying to learn it. They get here, right? Now they're going to try to engage it, and I'll watch my hand on my elbow. See how the elbow went downward? You're doing that because you're moving the elbow. We're not moving the elbow. We're moving the back. So when I'm here, I am pulling with my upper back, which you're supposed to do. Now I'm going to transfer it to my lower back by squeezing. And see how my shoulders went down? Boom. It looks like my arm goes down, but it doesn't. Now my lower back's engaged, not my upper. You can tell that you're shooting with your upper body and upper shoulders and such like that by tension right in here. Right in here. This should be relaxed. So when you're up like this, get tension here. Down. Relax that neck. and let it go. Now, a good way to tell if you're loaded or not is taking a sobriety test, right? No, okay. Is where do you feel the effort to hold the bow? Is it on the front half of your body or on your back half? Holding the bow should be all the effort in the back. Your front should be really relaxed. So while I'm here, if you got it on the front half, that means you're trying to stop the bow from collapsing. And the reason you're trying to stop it is because it's not in that line. You're not using your body to hold it in place. With your shoulders slightly forward, boom, it's pulling here. It's trying to pull this arm forward. So now you're tightening this up to resist it, right? But when it's here, this can relax more. So if you feel the pressure in your chest, that's a sign that you don't have the archer's line. All right? Now, going back to the grip, when you're here, it's your full draw. We showed you how to pull the shoulder in and lock it. But this is a mistake people make. When they do that, they pull the hand in. The hand is still pushing forward. Now, it's a bad use of word. Because when you push, you think about doing this. Everybody knows that guy Newton, right? Third law, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. That bow's pushing back my hand. You're going to want to pull, it wants to push your arm back. So what I want to do is push back into it the equal amount. My shoulder's still engaged, but my hand feels like it's pushing the bow forward. It's not letting it go back. I'm pushing back onto the bow. So don't let the bow push your hand in and bend the elbow. Keep the hand pushing forward, holding the bow out and away, pushing the bow away, but keeping the back and the shoulder engaged. All right? Now here's the big one. You're there, boom, you're about to transfer and load. Hey, if it doesn't feel right, what should you do? That's right, draw down and start again. All right? But I'm a hunter, Greg. I got to shoot that deer. Dude, you're not going to hit the deer 90% of the time. Would you rather make a great shot on the deer or miss it or kill it and have to hunt it for 3/4 of a mile, right? Track it down. Take your time. Make a good shot. So those are some of the key points, the things to look for when you're doing the loading process. We talked about what is loading. It's the transferring effort from the upper shoulder and back to the lower back. We talked about the benefits of it, and we went over some key points. But the last question is, how do you do it? Well, this is when it gets good there, people. Really hard to tell you. I'd have to be there in person to show you. But we're just going to try to cover it. In reality, it's the last motion of your draw. All right, the best way to put it. You draw, you hit your anchor, your shot doesn't end there. You're not ready to release yet, right? That's what I'm trying to get to you. So when you hit your full anchor here, you're not done because you haven't fully expanded. By squeezing your back, you're going to expand just a little bit more. And when you hit that full expansion where your back muscles, say this is my back. The squeezing is not here, right? You shouldn't feel the shoulder blades up here being squeezed together. You want to feel them down here being squeezed together, all right? And they don't really go like that because your shoulder blades can't touch. But what they're doing is they're pushing in like this. You can feel them rotating in and pressing on the muscles. So when you do it, if you take your arms like this, let's try to do a couple exercises, see if I can help you. Put your arms like this and squeeze your two elbows out. Don't move your hands, move your elbows. Squeezing your back. Feel how high that is? It's in the, right now I feel it right about here. Now you're going to take it and rotate it down. Boom! Now I feel it down here. So it's here. Now squeeze down and in with your muscles. Boom! There! Now you'll notice that the squeeze in the upper part of my shoulder blades went away and you'll feel it lower. There's your brace. You'll notice up here, you'll feel it here, but down here, it's not. It's sort of like going, but it's a little different. You know, the, look, here. Okay? I want you to play with that. That's the last part. You might have somebody that knows how to do it, show it to you, but I'm telling you, it will help. I was at the range today, and man, when I didn't do it, I had variance, but when I did it, I was getting really good groups out of it. Okay, last thing we got to cover, snap shooters. How can a snap shoulder, talking a lot about shoulders, huh? Snap shooter use the loading process. All right, everybody. Our last group is snap shooters. You know, they're really hard because they get here, boom, and it's gone, right? As soon as you hit that anchor, it's gone. So how can a snap shooter use the loading process? It can be done. It's going to be a little harder for you guys to get it down. So when you draw, a lot of people draw with their hand. Remember, we don't want to do that. We want to draw with our back. And the trick is, the farther back you get, the slower the draw should be. It shouldn't be a boom. But I'm a hunter, Greg. Oh, I got to shoot that. Dude, you can still shoot an animal taking your time. I know you can do it because I've done it. Right? I sat there with a rifle. When I was a kid, I hunted with rifles. Bow once in a while, mainly watch my dad do it. Just sit there, relax. Boom. You know, you can do it. It can be done. I know it can be done. I've seen people do it. I've done it. Alright? Don't be in a hurry. You don't have to draw fast. So you're here. Remember, we're going to pull the elbow back, not the hand. Pull. Now when you get to here, right before it hits, down, boom. Alright? Down, boom. Down, boom. It can be done. You're just going to have to change up a little bit of your motions. Right? It can be done. Not your emotions, but your motions, as in that. Alright, boys and girls, step 8. We're almost there. The next one's the big one. Now, I've been very vague on purpose. I'm not telling you exact details. You must do this, you must do that. I'm giving you general concepts for you to follow. Because how I shoot is different than how you shoot, different than how he shoots, different than how she shoots, and it's all good. But if you want to get better, you got to know these different things. And the most important thing you need to know is building that good foundation, good interlocking techniques that complement each other. And that's what a good shot cycle does. All right? If you're having problems, you know, I really love the people like on the forums and on Facebook, and the first thing they tell anybody whenever they miss, oh, your bow's this, your brace sight's wrong, or your arrows are too stiff, or you're doing this, or it's this. I'm telling you right now, if it's your release, it's not your release. It's something you did before your release. It was your draw. It could have been not putting your hips in the proper position. The release was just the end result of all the things that you did wrong. Alright? So let's work on that. Get those stamps down, and I'm telling you, build that foundation, and you're going to be one awesome archer. Loading's in the book. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time with an all-new episode of Archery 101.